This ain't fun without Tiefel. Nobody's saying stupid shit into a microphone. Wow, is Andrew about to go no blazer?
Where's Gina?
Don't worry, that's why Tiefel's here tonight. He's looking for it.
Where's my Gina?
Why
There
is she on the
she
phone?
is.
It's 9 o'clock. Time for the show, buddy. This portion of the show brought to you in part by Jeff's Hauling and Cleanup. Now, it's hard to explain what Jeff's does.
Probably hauling and cleanup.
Very good.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
They do hauling and cleanup. Good job, you guys. So if you need hauling or cleanup done, Jeff's the guy to call. Jeff's Hauling and Cleanup. That's what they do. Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn, the baddest popcorn in all of the land. So if you want the baddest popcorn on land, Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn on Monroe Street. Harold Jeffy.
I can't have that, and I feel like you're teasing me with it because it really, truly is the best popcorn I've ever eaten in my life. They have like the one, the Buckeye one. The Buckeye, it's like the peanut butter chocolate one.
Oh, yeah.
Plus they have
Oh, my God.
Plus they have
It is so good.
Plus they have alcohol-infused popcorn.
What?
Which is
Does it get you
crazy.
drunk?
I don't know. I haven't had the alcohol-infused.
I need further information.
Harold Jaffe Jewelers, where Toledo.
Oh, we got some Anthony D up in this bitch
Yeah,
tonight?
Tony D is in the house.
Tony D?
Oh, hell yeah.
Popped his head in. Let's start this show. I can't wait anymore.
And now, our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. I love that Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the
Without
morning,
Tiefel.
yeah.
Come Come on. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We got a big one for you tonight. Comedian.
That's what she said.
What?
I said that's what she said.
Shut the F up.
It was an extremely appropriate. That's what she said.
Wednesday.
Thank
This
you.
is Wednesday, July 8th, 2020, of the year of our Lord, from the Deal Monkey Studios in beautiful Perrysburg, Ohio. On the show tonight, comedian Jake Nicky, Southside Gina, Toledo's drag queen Sugar Vermont, and from the Tony D Show, Tony D.
Andrew Z. in the morning.
Woo! What is up, everybody?
Hello.
Tony D, how you doing, man?
Oh man, dude. Our show is gaining so much traction down here. I was actually on 95.3 WFDH in New Hampshire today doing an interview on it because it's starting to gain traction up there.
Nice, man.
So it was a little nerve-wracking for me because it hasn't all like kind of kicked in yet with what's going on down here. I guess people like the whole NFSW type radio that we do. So
Yeah, baby. If you don't like that, you can tune into the Tony D Show.
been interesting. It's been interesting.
Where you get extra D, apparently.
Yeah,
Oh my stars! Where do I sign up?
you
Sugar.
get extra D and you get extra massages and all that.
Whoa.
Yes,
all right.
Daddy. Hold on.
Wait a minute. I listened to the show and didn't get any extra D or massages. I'm
Well,
so
you
bad.
gotta listen to the last one.
But you weren't, listen, I can see his casting couches in the video right
I
now.
know, right? I gotta say hi to Angie Klotz. She says hi, Andrew, Gina, Sugar, and then she added Jake, which was good because I was gonna bust her balls because
Well, that's good because it's my cousin.
Oh, okay. Georgia Tiefel, Chris Tiefel's sister. Chris is, by the way, he had something he couldn't do the show tonight. But
You got a hentai pillow. You got
His
a
Russian bride
life-size-
finally came in.
a life-size hentai anime girl pillow.
and by the way, his sister says I got my funnel cakes, Gina.
Yes, the Glazem gourmet funnel cakes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, their stuff is the truth for sure. Here's what you have to do though: if you eat them cold, they're okay. But if you heat them up for a minute and a half in the microwave and put butter on top of them, butter on top as the butter just melts all
Oh
over the
my
whole
god.
funnel cake. Yeah.
Andrew adds fat to fat. It's amazing.
Oh.
No one can add fat to fat better than I can.
Man.
That's for sure. Okay, and let's see. Who else? Alan Bannister, our good friend, lifelong Democrat, works for the mayor. So thank you, Alan, as always, for supporting us, man. We love you, brother. Kevin Spittler, who is, of course, from Toledo Hemp Center. He's giving out free weed tomorrow.
What?
Free
Hold
dime
on.
bags.
What?
Free dime bags of weed, Toledo Hemp Center.
What?
Dandelions. He
Kidding.
picked them himself.
Yeah, exactly. Be like real weed. My good friend Ernie Miller. Oh my gosh, so many people tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Christy Zeroff. Hello, everyone. And there you go. A ton of people. I love it. All right, you guys. So I want to start with first of all, the man that invented pie could be one of the greatest Americans of all time.
Did you say pie?
Yes.
Like 3.14 repeating.
No, no. No, the good kind of pie.
We only talk about that on March 14th.
Yeah, other than that, no one's talking about 3.14 at all. I'm talking about the real stuff. And I had two kinds of pie tonight for dinner.
Yeah, don't we all want that?
For dinner. I had the first type of pie, which was a homemade chicken pot pie with all the veggies and stuff in it. Which is,
Man.
But is that really a pie? I mean,
Yeah, it does not count as pie because chicken pot pie it's just fake advertising. I get excited. I expect pie, and I'm like, what is this fucking gravy doing?
it's like soup. It's like
crazy.
soup with a
It's like
crust.
soup with a crust. It is.
Mom, I want some chicken pot pie.
But isn't chicken pot pie delicious, though? I mean, it's got
Oh,
everything you
great.
need.
Yeah,
I love it.
Absolutely.
And then for dessert, we had a homemade baked strawberry peach pie.
Now that's a pie.
Yes, and now that's a pie. So we had lots of pie today, and it was
Don't ever
phenomenal.
do a Cartman impression again because you look so close to the real thing.
Excuse me. How dare you? I don't look anything like Cartman.
Put a knit cap on with a pom pom on it and say "Respect my authority." Just do that for me one
Respect my
time.
authority.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we got pie in, we got funnel cakes in. I'm gonna do one more. The folks at Hostess are introducing s'mores cupcakes starting tomorrow. S'mores.
I bet they're gross.
cupcakes.
That sounds like something that they would completely like mess up.
And they're exclusively at Walmart. The yellow
You got to toast them yourself, though.
The yellow cake cupcake has a toasted marshmallow creamy filling and are topped with chocolate icing. No word on calories. One of their regular chocolate cupcakes has about 170 calories. So
Nobody asked about calories.
Listen, I gained 8 pounds
On vacation?
and
A
I walked
weekend?
17 miles. Do you know how much you have to eat to walk 17 miles and still gain 8 pounds?
Maybe you gained it in muscle in your little thighs while you're pumping them, walking around those little waterfalls.
that could have been it. It could have been it, Gina.
It's not, it
I
had
mean, I'm not
nothing to do
gonna-
with it, but thanks, sugar. I'll go with that.
Go ahead, Tony.
I'm not going to lie. During the whole quarantine thing, I have gained like 11 and a half pounds since this all began.
But she gained 8 in a weekend.
Right. It was 3 days, Tony. And not only that, but I've already gained like 19 pounds. I gained the COVID-19 plus
no one-
the 8.
Listen. Being thick is the new thing. Okay, it's the new.
Yeah.
Really?
I
You
grew a
promise?
chin.
Listen,
Oh, wait, that's always
there's
been
been
there.
memes that have been out there across the board that have shown that like dad bods are the new thing. Just don't wear the
That's
New Balances and you're good.
No, go ahead, Jake.
During COVID, I totally never even weighed myself.
That would have been the smart thing to do.
I know.
I don't even own a scale.
Sugar, go
See-
ahead.
No, I haven't weighed myself either. I have no idea if I gained weight during COVID, but that's only because they shut down those truck weigh stations on the highway.
But here's the best part. I mean, you're basically taking Trump's advice. You know, if we don't test for COVID, we don't have COVID.
Right,
If
exactly.
you don't have a scale, you can't gain weight. It's not
Okay,
even
I
possible.
assume I'm skinny. That's prove me wrong.
You a skinny girl.
She's like,
That's why she
I
shops in
gained
the junior
32
section.
pounds. She's like, I gained 32 pounds, but it was all in the mask.
Exactly. You know, when you do take a picture with that mask on, it does add several pounds.
No, that actually I don't mind the mask because it hides chins.
I look good in the mask. I
Right.
totally agree, Sugar.
That is so true.
Like I pull it down
Mhm.
over the like I get all the way to like the third chin, and I look amazing.
Yes.
Do you like it?
I like the way it looks. Yes, I look hot in a
Really?
black mask. I look hot.
I
That's because you're actually
No.
warm and you need to take it off.
No,
Now, Gina,
I think
Gina-
that
Gina
you
would
look good. You'd look hot in a full gas mask, Andrew. Beautiful. You should try.
You would look amazing, Gina, if you just pulled it right over all the way up to your eyes, all the way up to your bangs.
That's how I make you look good. I just pull it over my eyes.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Jake's got some sort of mask on. If you
Oh,
wore one
that's
of those,
beautiful,
Gina,
Jake.
you'd be hot. Did
I
you?
mean, how do you have that like next to your bed? Do you use that in your role play? Like,
Yeah,
how
he
is
just-
that at hand?
He just pulled up a University of Michigan hockey goalie mask. Just
No, it's a
randomly.
Kylo Ren
It's a what?
Michigan logo mask that I made for football, and
Oh,
now it's
God.
now it's not ever gonna happen again.
So
So
weird.
You're super gay.
What did you hear? They said that the what is it? What league is canceled completely? One of
the Ivy League
the Ivy League,
canceling
thank you.
complete all sports for fall.
Yeah, all sports are done.
I think like the AAA baseball though for the MLB and stuff got canceled too completely through the season.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Just be prepared for my mental breakdown when OSU makes that announcement because you know I'm going to cry.
Well, they just they said already that
Yeah,
a
they
bunch
made.
of players.
What did they make? Like working out optional or something?
Yeah, they've been working on optional. But you make
I already bought my OSU Michigan game outfit,
my
shoes and all.
My workout has been optional my whole life. I wish
Okay.
someone would make me work out because the optional thing is not working for me. I've been doing it for so long.
Andrew, I know what you need to do.
What?
I know. I looked this up because we're talking about this week,
right.
but let's run the sports thing.
Uh-huh.
You ever gone to a roller derby match?
Oh my God, it's the greatest.
No.
Yes.
I guess I
Andrew,
have-
we
guess
need
I
to
have.
get you to get a sponsor for roller derby and get you dressed up going
My
around
God.
the rink.
Does Toledo still have a roller derby team? Because we did for a while, and I did.
I think
go
there's
to-
like a lesbian one, or it just happens to be all lesbians. I don't know.
Yeah, it just happens to be on. But the one girl on there is giant, and she kicked my ass when she came to the studio one time when we were on terrestrial, and her name was Pamazon, and she was huge. And I can't
She had overnight delivery.
I don't know what the name of the team is now. I can't remember it, but go ahead, Gina.
Do they make roller skates with tractor tires? Because that's the only way you can join.
Actually, they do.
Hello. No, they don't.
No, you could Google it. You can Google rollerblades that are designed to go down like a
Monster-
mountain, and they have like thicker wheels that are inflatable.
Monster truck roller derby combo.
Yeah,
They have some ridiculous names. Like the one girl's name was Diana, double wide, like a trailer. She's from Austin, Texas. Like I would not mess with this girl. 6'5", pushing 250, not happening.
Oh my god.
Not happening.
yeah. I went to Indianapolis about 10 years ago, and I watched the Naptown Roller Girls, and that thing was insane.
Yeah, we had a blast when we went and saw Pamazon. It was I can't remember the name of the stupid team, but I don't even know if they're still around. But they were around for definitely a few seasons. To roller derby. All right, it's coming back. Did you guys see that Mary Kay Letourneau died?
Yeah,
You guys know who Mary Kay
didn't saw
Letourneau
that.
is, right? Yeah, she was, of course, married to her student. Well, at the time, I mean, it was a kind of a rape. I mean, it was a rape. She was a teacher. He was a 12-year-old student or 14 or something, and she ended up dying of cancer yesterday. But here's the thing: they were together, 20 years? I think she was at the time she was 34. He was 12.
he filed for divorce a few years ago.
I was gonna
I
say, I
didn't know
think they
that.
like did one of those off again, on again, rapey things. I don't know.
Well, yeah. She was off for 7.5 years while she served time for the first offense.
Yeah, see, that would be the off again.
But someone. The reason I bring it up is because somebody put on my thing like, oh, she's only remembered as a pedophile. And I'm like, yeah, but when you've been married like 20 years and you have like 2 kids, one of them's
You're still a pedophile.
Really? Is it still how you're
You
remembered?
still banged a 12-year-old, you sick bitch. There's nothing that she could have cured cancer, and she could have done a million saintly things since then, and she still banged a 12-year-old. She's
I
sick.
bet people would forgive her if she beat Donald Trump in an election.
But in two decades, longer than most marriages, like she goes in the high end, in longer than most marriages last, and still she's nothing but a pedophile in your book. That's what this girl
Would you
said,
bang a
too.
12-year-old, Andrew?
Right?
Would you
Don't
bang a
bang children. We won't call you a pedophile.
There you
Right.
go.
Don't be a pedophile. We won't call you a pedophile. It's real simple. This is not hard math here.
Jake, go ahead.
Such a
It's a
weird
complete
story, too.
double standard because like it was a chick and a dude. The kid was a dude. Like it's fine that way apparently with society. If it's the other way around, you burn in hell.
Right. No, that's which is true, because here's the thing. Guys, even at 12 years old, are just different than girls. Like, girls are like, oh my God, it's horrible. Guys are like high-fiving each other if they find this out. And
I don't think you're supposed to acknowledge the biological difference between boys and girls anymore. You're gonna get fucking canceled.
which is true. You are right. You are like, you can't say that anymore. Like, but that's that's still the reality of the situation.
But they're different because they're taught to be different. Like, we take boys to Hooters at 5 years old and take pictures with titties and say, yay, a boy. But if you take a little girl to with a bunch of dudes walking around G-strings
Peckers.
and take pictures next to dicks,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
No.
There
Whoa,
is
this
a
show
double
just
standard,
took a
but
turn.
it's taught.
It is a double standard. Thank you, Gina. You're even admitting it, which is good.
No, I am, but what I'm saying is that it's taught. That's society. That's just, it's not little boys think different. We teach them to.
But here,
I agree with that, but I think like most things, it's probably a nature of mixture. It's nature
Yes.
and nurture.
I
So absolutely,
totally agree.
society teaches boys different, but also there are biological differences between men and women, and one of them is the imperative for a sex drive.
like to give you an example and tell me if this is
And
wrong.
it doesn't like work across the board, but like in general, I mean that's been proven in like society forever.
Well, so let me ask you a question and tell me if I'm wrong. If I have, because I have 13-year-olds right now, if I have a 13-year-old girl and at 10 o'clock at night she's like, I want to ride my bike to the park, I mean, like, are you crazy? No, it's dark. You're not going to the park. You and your sister aren't going to the park, period. If it's a boy, and we were running the streets till midnight at 13, and it was okay.
That's like being by the streetlights.
No, am I
Yeah,
right?
I'm not the right person to ask for this because I don't have a double standard, and I think that you're just as sick for molesting a 12-year-old boy as you are for molesting a 12-year-old girl. And my little 12 or 13-year-old boy would also not be allowed to run the streets till midnight.
Good.
Because
Nobody's
they get
saying you're
molested
wrong.
too.
Nobody's saying you're wrong. We're just saying it's a double standard.
Yeah,
Right, but I don't have that, so like I'm not the right person to ask that because I'll say no, it's not okay.
really. Because what about you? When I was a kid, dude, by the time I was in 8th grade, I pretty much took care of myself. But now my daughters are in 7th, going in 8th grade, and it's definitely not the same. And it shouldn't be that way, but it just is. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Jake?
Well, I don't know if Gina remembers, but well, actually, I think you already graduated by then because you were a couple years older than me. My senior year, I got to interview the brand new hot German teacher, and this was like a year after the Mary Kay Letourneau case, and everyone was like, "Man, I hope I get Letourneau'd." Like all the dudes were saying that. And I know that sounds terrible to say 24 years later, but
Right.
that's what us 16-year-old dudes were all talking about in the
know.
cafeteria.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just it's totally different in that way.
Look, can I ask this?
Go ahead, Tony.
So Gina, I want to ask this because this was a situation in the school around me. There was a 17-year-old with a 33-year-old. Is that still weird to you? I mean,
If
because
it's my son, I'm slitting that bitch's throat.
What if he's 18?
I mean, there's nothing I can do about an 18-year-old. But if he's 17, he is a minor. He is still mine. I am slitting her throat. Like it's probably a good thing that I don't have sons because I would have such mama's boys. It would be ridiculous.
Let me tell you something though. Just to show you how different it is, because you didn't grow up as a guy, did you, Gina?
No.
We have to clarify.
Okay, just making sure you didn't grow up as a guy. When I was 16, 17, there were a couple different moms that I actually made a pass at.
Andrew, you were a cougar chaser?
What's that?
You were a cougar chacer?
I mean,
He still is.
Things were different in the 40s, Andrew.
How dare you? I mean, seriously though, there were. I can name two. I can right off the top of my head 2 different times that. So what I'm saying is, guys are just different. And again, it's probably some nature, some nurture, like Sugar said, but it is different. Go ahead, Sugar.
Well, I'm a terrible example because I came out of the womb gay. Like there is a picture of me at like 6 years old I have like an inner tube wrapped around my waist and like a towel tucked into it like a ballerina, and I'm posing like I am on the Film Harmonic stage and I'm living my life.
So at what age were you ever straight? Like, were you ever into?
No, God, Jesus, no.
No.
If I wanted those curtains, I'd go to Arby's, honey.
Go ahead, Jake.
You know what? I can't follow that comment. Come back to me.
All right. Gina, why don't you check comments? I'm going to read a couple commercials, and then a couple commercials, and then you can give us an update on what people are saying. Okay. Let's see. Harold Jaffe Jewelers, Toledo gets engaged. Gloss and Glam by Julienne, your lip sense dispenser. Distributor, your lip sense distributor. If you want to have Colleen makeup just like Colleen, then you need to hit up Gloss and Glam by Julienne. Colleen can get you in touch. Extreme Class Limousines, Toledo's limousine company, limo guy, grocery guy, errand guy. He'll do it all for you because that's that kind of guy. DMX Lawn and Landscape.
Y'all gonna make me mow your lawn up in here, up in here.
Make sure they mow our lawn, have them mow your lawn. They're amazing. Do a great job. Family business, and DMX Lawn Landscape. Check them out. Okay, Gina, you got any comments or any people you want to say hi to or anything?
Yeah, first of all, let's fire Angie. She can't be a fan anymore because she always talks about what she's making at work and the food, and she's making fried apples tonight at work.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Where does she work?
She's always making me hungry.
Where's she work?
Jake, do you know where she works? Angie, where do you work?
I don't know off the top of my head. If I had to name a name, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Mama Judy and Mama Rita both say hi.
Hi, Mom. I just saw you at dinner. Thank you for dinner. It was amazing.
I want Mom's dinner. She cooks
Oh, it was
so
good. I'm
good.
telling you, those pies, 2 homemade pies are amazing.
Natasha says hello, Sugar. I miss your face, and she also says it's Wednesday already. Yes, it's Wednesday already. So Angie says she made both of her kids come in at 9. Georgia took Dallas, her oldest, to Hooters when he was 4. Georgia, why am I not surprised by that?
Right?
But she said
You're more surprised that Chris took him at 3.
That's true. But she did say that her boys will not be out past the streetlights. So
Gotta be in by the streetlights. Come
And
on
I want
now.
to say
Good.
hi to Matt.
Good. Hooters happy hour is over by then.
I want to say hi to my friend Mac real quick. She just signed on and let her know that I love her and I hope that she's doing well because she was in an accident and she was in the hospital for a week and she wasn't doing very well, but she's doing much better now. She had us all really scared.
This is an interesting story. By the way, I hope you feel better. This is an interesting story because a lot of people are working at home now. Like I work at home for my buddy's company, doing, I take some telemarketing calls here and there, and we work out of the house. And there are times where, because where I'm sitting now is where I work from. It's kind of the office studio or whatever. And it is right next door to the kitchen, and there's no door. So you can hear my mom, you can hear Colleen talking, you can hear the baby screaming and crying. So the people have been very understanding. They're like, hey, you working at home? Oh, yeah, sorry. I know the family's crazy. I apologize. But they've been very understanding about it. But there's this company in San Diego. A mother is suing her former employer because she was fired, and she alleges that she got the axe because her manager kept telling her to keep her kids quiet during work calls. So under the pandemic and circumstances, is it reasonable to demand the kids be quiet? Or is that going too far? Because, I mean, you're still in your house. Go ahead, Gina. What?
I don't know.
I mean, you have to. There's still a level of professionalism you have to
Yeah.
maintain. Just because you're allowed to work at home doesn't mean that you're allowed to work like you're hanging out with your friends. You're still at work.
Yeah, and it sucks. Like, I mean, it sounds terrible and it's not nice, but if you're on the clock, you're on their time and you have to follow their rules.
All right, go ahead, Jake.
As far as I know, there's still duct tape and rope everywhere.
So my
Vaseline
wife-
the sides of the tub and toss the kid in there. You'll be good to go.
I didn't think of that one.
Yeah,
Vaseline.
voila, babysitter.
Mama Judy was a big fan of Dimetap. When it was time to go night, just there, have a sip of this.
I actually like the flavor of Dimetap because my parents drugged me when I was little. True story.
What
I
is
think it's really good.
Dimetap?
It was like
It was
they
like
acted
grape-
like it was here's
Cough
your
syrup?
candy, here's your liquid candy. So like to this day, Dimetap tastes good to me.
Is it like it's like cough syrup, right?
Yeah, and
I think so.
It's probably awful, but to me, it's candy. So
Colleen, right now, she makes sure she gives Josie her candy, and basically it's melatonin in a gummy chew. So she looks forward to it every night. She takes her 2 little gummies and her candy, and then she go night night. Go ahead, Colleen.
And right
I
now,
would like to
every doorbell's
disclaimer-
ringing. It's the police.
Right?
I would like to disclaimer, it is all natural. There's no other additives. It's an all natural vitamin.
And it's for kids.
And it is for kids.
It's kids.
it's
Ollie
fine.
kids.
It's pediatricians are fine with it. It's fine, Colleen. You don't have to defend yourself. If a person can't Google, they'll call CSB and CSB will Google it. It'll be okay.
Okay, so I have a new segment that I want to try on you guys today, and it's a segment we used to do on the radio, but we've never done it here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try and see what you guys think. This is where I pull up my news feed, and we do Facebook News. Dan Eschman. So explain this. Because of COVID, you get plastic silverware, but yet still a hard plate that goes through the dishwasher. Damn shit don't make sense no more.
You right.
You right? Thank you, Dan. Let's see.
Wait, why does that not make sense? Like, it's going through a thing that's heated up
Makes
a
sense
lot.
to me. I don't know, but he's saying because you get the silverware though that's plastic. I don't know.
Because I feel like silverware gets crap
In your
stuck
mouth?
on it more so than plates.
Plus, it's going in your mouth.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay. Jennifer Siri Walters. Seriously, this shit needs to stop. We are better than this, people. That's it. I don't know what she's
shit?
talking about. I don't know.
What shit?
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't understand the segment at all.
All shit. Stop right now. Stop all shit.
The
All
segment,
shit.
the segment is Facebook News, where I just scroll through my news feed and just read random statuses.
Oh, okay, I get it.
It took Sugar 2 statuses to figure it out. Let's see. Carla Rowe. Anyone know about heating, air conditioning? I'm at work for the next 3 days for 13 hours a day, and my central air isn't cooling the house very well. Mom says she can hear it running, but it's 85 degrees in the house.
Why does she care? She's at work for the next 3 to 5 days.
She can't. Mom, let Mom deal with it. Mom, put a cold towel on your head, Mom. What are you doing? Tom Sturger. Anyone needs their yard cut or landscape done? I know someone who is damn good for a better price. DM me for info. How do you know it's a better price, Tom? How do you know? You don't even know what I'm paying.
Well, he missed a letter in there. It's DMX Landscape.
Okay, right, DMX.
You need to tag DMX on there and say, what, is it them?
Tom, I don't understand. How do you know what I'm paying, Tom? That's a little weird. That's
Yeah, he's paying in advertisements. Beat that, Tom.
Tinfoil
I'm
hat
gonna
stuff.
I'm gonna DM him and ask him, tell him that I pay $25 to get my yard done, so I'm gonna need him to do it cheaper.
Exactly. All right, Katie Fagan. Off work, mask off, shoes off, bra off, jeans off. In that order. The mask is the easiest, TBH. Just wear the damn mask.
Also,
I feel her.
she forgot to slide to my DMs.
I know. It sounded kind of hot.
I feel you don't know what she looks like. Does she look like me? Because that's not as hot.
Hey, listen, it's been a long quarantine, baby.
Okay, I haven't been worn pants in more than 24 hours. I'm just rocking this.
Stay out of my DMs.
Nope. No, here I come. I'm gonna slide right in there, thicker than a Snicker.
Thicker than Snickers.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
Not thicker than a Snicker.
I got a couple more.
Because it rhymes that way.
Vincent Vinnie Free Richardson. Serious question. PB&J sandwich. To toast or not to toast the bread?
Toast.
Don't toast it. You ain't fancy. It's a PB&J.
No, because the peanut butter gets all melty on it.
What'd you say?
Yeah, have you ever had peanut butter on a burger? I'm for it.
You put
Whoa,
butter.
whoa! Time out on that one. Where did you get that at?
What's
Oh
it
my
called,
God.
Jake? It's called something.
Back that train
Well,
up,
I'll
Jake.
tell you what. Indianapolis, there was this bar called Scotty's Brew House. They had a bacon, cheddar, jalapeno, peanut butter burger, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Interesting.
Sounds like
had
something
peanut
that
butter
would
and
burn
bread?
my butt on the way out.
No. The peanut butter cools down the jalapeno. You get a little spice, but you get the cream on the outside.
I don't know. I'm really traditional on my burgers. I don't try not to venture out too much.
Have you guys ever had? You probably don't even know what this is. You guys ever had pork roll?
Pork roll.
What?
Pork roll.
Well,
I guess it's just a Philly
Sugar
thing.
pork
but
roll very often.
it's called a.
Is
Tony,
Is
you
it-
haven't seen me in person, but I'm pretty fat. Most of my rolls are made of pork.
Listen,
What is it?
I have to send it to you. I'll have to overnight it to you. It's
This is okay.
it's like pork belly, but it comes.
Yeah,
in like
I
this-
was gonna say.
it comes in a roll, and you slice it, you fry it, but it tastes nothing like bacon. And
Yeah. We used to actually, a place I worked at, they did that. They put it in ramen.
it's also
Jake, let him
known as
talk.
Taylor ham.
I want
But-
to hear this.
But you cut it in 4 sections, and it kind of looks like a cross. And then you fry it, and then you put it on a burger, or you put it with your eggs, or you have a pork roll, egg and cheese sandwich. It's pretty much a Philly thing. It's based out
How
of
long does it take to get to your house from here, Tony? I'm on my way.
Right?
we're at Ohio, 4 hours.
Yeah. Okay, but the serious question, you have to have, because like you want I love the white bread soft. Like when I do my peanut butter jelly, which I haven't had in years, sounds good, but I like to bite into that soft bread. And,
Yes, and it's like it's stuck to the top of your mouth, but like in a good way.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
yes.
follow it up with some whole milk with ice on it. Oh,
Oh,
man.
you have to have milk with peanut butter and jelly. There's no
Yeah.
other way. You have
Wait.
to.
Did you just say you put ice in your milk?
I do.
Yes.
It's the only way I can drink it. My ice has
Learning a whole bunch of new things tonight.
my
Or
milk- my milk has to be ice
Andrew,
cold.
one thing you can do too is if you take the milk and you put it all the way to the back of the fridge, it'll get like the little ices in it, and then you don't have to add
That would
ice
be
to it.
all
It's
right.
perfect.
You're all so fat. Like this is not even a cooking show.
Joyce Wajowski. As Michelle and I always told Mr. Weber, by the way, it's a picture of her soaking wet. As Michelle and I always told Mr. Weber, we aren't wet. That's sweat from running so fast through the raindrops.
Hell, she
I
sounds
like
weird.
that. I like that one.
I did too.
Poor Mr. Weber was probably just as confused as we are.
I know, right? And finally, Don Danger Collins. Why did the lady blush when she opened the refrigerator?
Why?
Because she saw the salad dressing. And that is Facebook News.
Why do I feel like that whole bit was set up for that last joke?
I like that segment. Come on. That was good. All right.
I
I
like
like anytime we talk about food.
I know, right? Okay. Did you guys hear there about this? The Dalai Lama is putting out an album for his 85th birthday on Monday. The tracks will reportedly include various teachings and mantras accompanied by music. So it's like a rap album. The Dalai Lama's putting out a rap album. You'll be able to get it on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music.
I heard Vanilla Ice is looking for someone to collaborate with, so
Great.
that would be nice.
Is it called Yo Llama?
The only thing I can think of weirder than listening to the Dalai Lama's album would be to perform it in drag. Like,
Jake's joke got me.
I didn't get it. Wait, what was
I'm
it?
so sorry.
Is it called Yo Llama instead of Yo Mama? Don't worry, I'll explain the joke. It doesn't take any time away from the show.
It was so dumb.
Yo.
Get it.
Oh my God! Dude, there's such a good parody album there, isn't there?
Right.
Okay. What else? Brian Austin. That was funny. That was funny. Brian Austin Green.
Sorry, it was like I was right on the edge and it just sent me right over.
That's the longest applause break I've gotten in years.
She had to pull her glasses off and wipe her face.
I'm crying. I don't even know. Is it even that funny?
I don't know. Brian
Gina.
Austin Green is still struggling with his separation from dream girl Megan Fox. He said he's still struggling. He's healing. He's told a Hollywood Life source told Hollywood Life on Tuesday it hasn't been easy for the Beverly Hills 90210 alum since he announced his separation from the actress in June. Getting over her and the marriage has been very, very difficult, and he's struggling with it all. The breakup has rocked him big time, and he's doing his best. He's never been in love with anyone like he has Megan, and he truly feels like she was the love of his life. They were together. They had kids and stuff together. So there you go.
Did he look
Didn't
at
he
her
cheat
hammer
on her?
thumbs?
What?
She has hammer thumbs. Just look at those and be like, I'm good.
She was known for that.
Brian Austin Green, I had such a crush on 90210. He's what made me gay.
Really? Is he the one?
That's the
Trevor
thing.
says that about every dude. Have you ever noticed that? Every dude.
She
that
just
makes
said
sugar
like
gay.
15 minutes ago she came out of the womb gay, so that we know that's bullshit.
Wait.
First of all, how dare you quote me to me?
How dare you quote me to me?
But Sugar, I thought you said it was from the guy from Boy Meets World.
Yes,
That guy.
you did.
Oh
say-
God, he made me
Tony
gay
B.
too.
See, or then how was it not Luke Perry or
Yes, he also turned me gay.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Bunch of them.
David Hasselhoff?
No,
Okay, all right.
he turned me straight again.
I want to see where I want to see where the line was.
He is the line.
Apparently the
It was somebody else eating a cheeseburger on the floor that turned Sugar off.
So Kanye West announces that he's dumping Trump, he's taking off the red hat, and he's running for president.
Yeezy for preezy.
Fucking, I hate Kanye West. I don't like him as a person. I think his music sucks. I don't think he's talented. I know I'm the only one. People think that he's one of the greatest rappers of all time, but he's mediocre at best, and I just don't like who he is. He's just
You're not the only one.
Really?
You're not the only one. No,
And this is very calculated.
He's very not well liked in Philadelphia. It's yeah.
And you're right, Gina. The move is very calculated because look. You don't go take. You're not going to take off the red hat, dude. You've taken Trump's proverbial penile to the face for 4 years. Now you're going to tell me you're off the Trump. Now you're going to tell me you're off the Trump bandwagon. No, you're trying to steal votes away from Biden so Trump will win. We're on to your game. Yeezy.
Now who's the conspiracist, Andrew?
Take
I
Trump's-
saw someone.
Take
I
Trump's
saw
peanut
someone
out of your
post-
mouth.
I saw
Tony.
someone post on Facebook, Andrew, that the only way that they would vote for Kanye is if Snoop Dogg was his general surgeon or whatever it was, surgeon general.
I saw that too.
By the way, Jamie Foxx says calls it. Jamie Foxx, the adult in the room, is like, I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
I feel like that's a majority of people. That everybody is just like, yeah, okay, no.
Yeah, like I didn't even post it. Like I just don't. It's just so fake and stupid, and it's a see through to help Donald Trump. Get out of here, dude. But Jamie Foxx did say it's a dangerous game he's playing. If this is serious, he will definitely divide the minority vote.
Is there a way he's actually even going to make the ballot though at this point?
But they'll write him in, and they'll just throw their vote away. People, because you can write in anyone you want.
He could be doing this though.
Well, not every
For
state
Trump.
has write-ins.
Really?
Yeah,
He could be doing. I think he could be doing this for Trump.
Absolutely.
that's what he's doing.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is he's doing this for Trump? So
Yeah.
so he'll take votes away from take minority votes, which would have gone to Biden. They'll go to Kanye and then help Trump.
I think the only way that can get reversed, and Biden has to pull this off, is by getting Michelle Obama to be his VP.
I don't think
Or,
you can convince her.
Kamala.
I think that's the only way, because you're going to have someone educated, someone that's a lot just in the spotlight when it comes to political stuff. I think that's the only way you can reverse it if he does it. That's just my point.
Yeah, interesting. All right. Let's see. This portion of the show brought to you in part by RCI Interior Design, specializing in residential, small commercial, senior living, interior design. Gina, you can check the Facebook messages if you want. Memorable lights, bringing your memories to light with 3D print lithophanes, which is photos seen through light. They have night lights, cube lights, coming soon, lampshades. Let's see. Bears Auto Detailing, Toledo's Auto Detailer. Keyword Andrew Z for special deals starting at $20 to get your car detailed. Lufka, all natural skincare and household cleaners, reusable household products, natural toothpaste, product scrubs, soaps, lotions, essential oils, and so much more. Lufka, all natural at the Country Charm shops in Perrysburg. Gino, you got anything over there?
I think Mike only jumps on Chris's brother-in-law. He only jumps on when we're talking about politics.
I know.
Because he's here and he said R. Kelly for treasure and poor Joe doesn't know where he is.
Now, I can say one thing. I cannot wait for the debates between Trump and Biden because it's going to be ridiculous. They are going to both act a fool. It's going to be crazy, and I can't wait.
But
Mama Judy said, Jake, you and your sister both lived.
Yeah, we did.
Both what?
Lived
Both
after
lived.
the Diamond Tap.
Oh. Go ahead, Jake.
What's the over-under on during the debates? Which one of them calls the other one an asshole first?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's probably going to be like a freaking cuss storm because they both are mouthy. They got some mouths.
Well, but here's the thing. You got to remember that when Donald
Which one actually challenges him to an old school duel?
Right. As long as there's no malarkey.
You can see Biden walk over to Trump and just slap him with a glove. I challenge you, sir, to a duel at 20 paces. It's like, all right, Joe, you're going back. You're going back to when
You know what? Biden really does look like what's the guy with the puppets? What's the comedian? with the puppets?
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham's puppet.
Oh,
the guy, the Henry or Harold or whatever.
No, I disagree. I think
The old
Trump
grumpy
looks like
guy.
a more. If you look at Trump's mouth, it's always like this. And that is
If Biden and Trump had a baby, it would be that puppet.
absolutely. I will give you that one 100%.
And I don't want to get too far into it because see, here's the problem with the show. Number one, we're not on every day, okay? So things are changing. So I try. That's number one. Number two, I don't know how much you guys want to hear about politics. I don't know how much you guys want to hear about the COVID. I don't know how much you guys want to hear about Black Lives Matter. I don't know how much. Are we trying to escape this stuff? Because I'm really trying to stay away from it. And obviously it's all around us, so you can't ignore it completely. But we really are doing our best to just kind of stay away from that stuff.
Are you saying we're wearing a mask when it comes to those topics?
Stupid.
Stupid. What is that? Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
All right. This is kind of interesting. A teenager slams his boyfriend's mom over a highly evasive dating rule. She shouldn't have asked that. So what happened was during dinner they were talking. It was him and his girlfriend, and his mother asked the girl if she was on the pill right in front of the boyfriend. They're 18 years old.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
And so they said ultimately the question led the mother telling the teen that she would have to start taking birth control if she wanted to continue dating her son. The girl snapped. She said that the teenager, the boy, was embarrassed by the question, but mom said she was just trying to be responsible and saying, hey, if you don't go on birth control, you're not going to date my son, and I would need to prove, and she would need to prove that she was on the pill next time she was there at the house, or else she's going to forbid her son from going. Now, it was a super awkward exchange. This is from the teen girl's perspective. She posted it. And she said she was going to leave, which caused her boyfriend's mother to say she was overreacted and being rude. And at that point, the girl kind of snapped and said that it was a very personal question. She shouldn't be asking that in front of everybody. And if she asked me in private, maybe it would be different. But really, it's none of her business as far as the mom is concerned as to whether she was on birth control or not. Go ahead, Jake.
We all know how it is when parents, interfere in a teenager's love life. It was written by Shakespeare, and it's called Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Go ahead, Sugar.
I mean, it is invasive and almost weird to ask, but like, I don't know, get embarrassed. It's fine. Like, isn't it a parent's job to embarrass their kids? Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, you're not going to die from embarrassment. And if I were a mother, I would ask so many worse questions than that. That'd be the tip of the iceberg.
I'm sure. I have no doubt about that. Gina, go ahead.
Well, mom of girls, I will tell you that she was extremely out of line. Worry about your son and teach your son about his birth control options and leave my daughter out of it, because I will talk to my daughter. You talk to your son. That's how that would work. Don't question my daughter. It's not her responsibility. 100% of unplanned pregnancies are caused by men. 100%.
Oh, come on. No, it takes two to tango
You
there.
can't have an unplanned pregnancy without a penis.
But you can't
have one without a vagina.
Well, that's probably true, but we put it on.
You never have an unplanned adoption. That's bullshit.
I was kind of just kidding, but we always put it on women. Like when the daughter ends up pregnant, it's always her fault, and I'm not having that. I won't.
It is their fault. They said yes.
There have been pregnancies from just sitting on a toilet seat. You know that, right?
Yeah, in the hot tub thing. You can't forget that.
So
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm so glad I can't get accidentally pregnant.
Right?
It's 2020, baby. I wouldn't say anything like that because
know.
nothing else could. It could be another weird 6 months.
Dude, yeah,
All right, Jake, let's give it a try.
Yeah, but
Don't tempt me with an awful time.
yeah, buckle up, you guys. We've seen what's happened the first 6 months. Now we've got algae bloom back in the water in Toledo. I mean, it is just one thing after another this year.
Dude, when's the next time a restaurant's going to get shut down over a water crisis after COVID? This is just going to suck.
See, go ahead, Tony.
Jesus.
No, I'm just saying it's just never going to stop. It's just one thing after another, and it's just scary, man. I mean, with the whole swine flu now, and then the plague, and then zombie apocalypse, and
The plague is one person, and it comes from fleas of rats. We don't have to worry about it.
China.
Going person to-
Gina,
Stop it.
one person is too much for me to hear the plague.
Plague.
Do you know, Tony, there are more cases of the bubonic plague in the States than there are in any other country or in China.
Just
So
so over it.
Jake,
it's
go ahead.
fine. It'll be
Listen,
fine.
I just had an offer to try to become a father with somebody who loves to dumpster dive. You know what I'm saying? If anyone's going to catch the plague, it'll be me on this one.
Right?
2020 is weird, man. What can I say?
Everything kind of adverts back to that movie Independence Day when everyone's on the roof with the signs like "Aliens take us." I'm waiting for that party to begin. I'm just
I
waiting.
think we're about 6 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's like the conspiracy theories are just getting worse and worse. Like Gina had to pull one today because people were like, "Oh, people are out of change because the government is trying to push cashless society on us during COVID-19." I'm like, oh my god, dude, stop! These people are crazy.
It's nuts.
It's that one, and then of course I said, oh, is this on top of they're trying to impose martial law? How are you still out of the house? You told me 3 months ago the government's trying to institute martial law on us. So
Well,
how
remember when Obama was going to take your guns?
Yeah, I
Right,
know.
right. Yeah, it goes all the way back to, even beyond us and presidents and conspiracy theories, but it is absolutely uncontrollably bad right now.
It is, and it seems like everyone is being echoed. Like you'll see the same thing 20 times now. It's like it's whatever the conspiracy.
Yeah, I think everybody's spending too much time on social media because, like, I almost never see anything original anymore.
No,
I'm like, write a status, you bitches. Come on now.
you are 100% right. Go ahead, Gina.
The one I saw today was a picture of Ellen before COVID and after COVID, looking really rough. And because she was arrested as part of the pedophile ring, keeping it real, QAnon, all these hashtags after it, and watch what's coming with Obamagate. And I'm like, you people really need to get lives, like genuinely.
I know that's the other one.
Why does Bill Gates have so much hate right now?
I don't know.
Andrew, we can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Hold on. Let me fix that.
Andrew broke. We broke him.
Hold on.
Bill Gates, more like Bill Hates. Am I right? I'll keep
Oh
going.
my god. No, I think it's just because he's like a freaking billionaire. I don't know. Public figure. People like to hate on people.
Bezos, Gates, and Soros are all the ones that there's so many conspiracy theories around them.
Can you hear me now?
There you
Yes.
are.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, so here's the other one. So the ones that are going around right now are the one about the change. Everyone's trying to go to a cashless society. That's what they're trying to do. And the other one is this stupid pedophile ring that keeps coming up. There's the guy that says Tom Hanks is in it, and Hillary Clinton is in it, and all these people are in it. But you watch these videos, and there's no evidence whatsoever. It's just
Well, I'm going to say right now, Ghislaine Maxwell did not kill herself. She was Epstein.
Oh, come on. Now you're just doing the same shit you read on the internet.
I know. Well, who killed
But
her?
seriously, she was like Epstein's little freaky deaky pedo associate, and it was just announced that she's cooperating with the FBI. I'm like, I already know how this story ends.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out of this. Like, who's it going to sink? Because she knows all the dirt.
Yeah.
All of it.
But she's going to commit suicide too.
Yeah, she's gonna be suicided.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Do you realize she's got dirt on Prince Andrew, Trump, the Clintons? She's got all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not like in front of the curtain. They're all like F you, no F you, no F you, and behind the curtain they're like, we gotta take this girl out.
Listen, if she actually dies under any circumstances, that's going to fuel everything.
I know.
And if it happens at that point, I'll agree with you. But there's no way they're going to let this happen. She will strike some chord. She will strike some sort of deal.
If it happens, how will you prove that it was them? Just
That's
like
right.
we can't prove that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's what I'm saying. If she dies, even if she dies under natural circumstances, like say she has a stroke tomorrow, and it's an actual
no one
stroke.
will believe it.
No one's going to believe it. Then I will be on your side. But the problem is, they're not going to kill her. She'll strike some kind of deal, and she'll never say anything.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
Well,
telling
here's the thing about her. Like you said, she can implicate Republican. By the way, for those who don't know who we're talking about, Jeffrey Epstein was a guy that was a total pedophile. He's a billionaire in New York. He hung around in the New York circles.
I think he meant was.
Yeah, well, then he had his own island where he would take girls and stuff, and then he ended up going to jail, and then he ended up killing himself. But it was really fishy circumstances because he was hanging around with the higher ups. Everyone does the quotations. He was hanging out with the higher ups. So now this is his girl. She was the one that would line up all the girls.
Madam.
Yeah, she would line up all the girls and everything. And so not only is it Republicans, Democrats, the royal family are all embroiled in this. She's got the receipts, I think, to prove it as well. I mean, she's bringing receipts with her. So
Receipts?
I'm just saying, like she knows all.
Proof,
she knows all.
proof.
Proof. They call it receipts, but that's what the law calls it. But she's bringing receipts means that she's bringing proof for all this crap. Go ahead, Jake.
You see those jerseys in the back on my wall right there?
Yeah,
Yeah, what do those have in common with Jeffrey Epstein?
they're all hanging.
They didn't hang themselves, baby.
Good.
Oh my
That was
God.
good.
Jake's on fire tonight.
I know.
I'll be Jake's one person audience tonight. He's cracking me up.
Between that one and Yolama.
Don't do it again. I just got over it. Don't start it again.
I'm like COVID, baby. You can get over it, but you're gonna catch it again.
Oh my God.
Yolama.
I got nothing else. Anyone else have anything before we wrap up? We got about 5 minutes left. That was really we went through my whole list.
Well,
The only thing I'll bring up really briefly about COVID, I see basically I have a lot of teachers on my timeline, and almost all of them are kind of panicking
I didn't want to
about going back too early.
I just didn't want to go into this because, like I said, it's just so political. But I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know.
It shouldn't be, though. That's the problem.
I
Right.
know.
It shouldn't be. It disgusts me that it is.
There's a lot of talk in Washington that maybe Donald Trump doesn't even want a second term. And he is really, over the last month, all of June and up to now, he really is running like he does not want to win. He really is. I don't know. I mean, I have no proof of that. I have no idea. But the whispers in Washington are getting louder and louder. This dude does not want 4 more years. He wants to get out. He won't lose because he'll just say it was rigged. He just wants to get out and say it was rigged and then move on to the Donald Trump network, and then he can do all his stuff.
I want to say this to be fair, and I really don't like Trump, so I don't like being fair. So when I say it, there's some validity to it. But the American Pediatric Association or Association of Pediatrics, the kid doctors, they are
the old doogies.
They are recommending that kids go back to school full time too. The problem is that their recommendations are next to impossible, and the worst part is it's next to impossible for the poorer districts. So it screws poor people and minorities more so than any, like Ottawa Hills, Perrysburg, Genoa, those schools, they can get the trailers, they can social distance, they can do all the things they need to do. Toledo Pub, and they have a lower teacher to student to teacher ratio. TPS is effed under these guidelines. They cannot do it. And they don't have the money to accommodate it.
But the problem is, first of all, it drove me crazy because today the administration was talking about the virtues of school. We all know the virtues of school. We want our kids to be in school. It seems so stupid to me. We know how important school is, but it has to be safe. And you're going to change the guidelines because it's too expensive. But that's what. But they were a person that was not taking money into consideration is saying this is what you need to keep them safe. Anything less than this, your kids are not safe.
Right. So they're demanding that they go back to school. Is my point.
I know.
Regardless. So now you're going to send kids back to TPS, let's say, and they're screwed. And a lot of the problem with TPS, a lot of these kids are being raised by their grandparents, who are thinking about our teachers.
I know.
They're going to be.
They've never thought about the teachers.
They don't get sick days. They have to use their own sick days. I mean, they have to use their sick days if they get sick. They're not going to get paid time off if they get COVID. And if one teacher gets it, that teacher, even if we staggered schools, so even if we went Monday, Wednesday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, that's the same teacher in the classroom all 4 days. You still gave it to all of those kids. Like, there's no way that makes sense.
Right.
Be able to do this.
Ugh. Well, and here's the problem is we set a record again in the last 24 hours of how many people are getting COVID. 60,000. They just said tonight that the tracers and the health department from Tulsa, Oklahoma, from the rally that he did, 500 people ended up with COVID from that rally. No shocker.
No.
We knew that was going to happen. What? It's just the stupidity. I don't know how we're going to get ourselves. We just, again, I don't want this to be political.
And
but
then when the
I don't know how we're
second
gonna
round
get
of this
stuff.
comes,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be worse than the first round.
Right, and we're not even done with the first round.
No.
This isn't a second wave, like people
No.
keep saying. We're in the second wave. We were never done with the first wave.
We didn't finish. We didn't follow through. It's like we went through 5 or 6 innings and then we stopped playing the game. It's like we win. No, there's 4 more
No,
innings
we
left.
put in a shitty reliever and now he's blowing the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jake, and with like what you do with working in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
So right now, okay, you can have outdoor seating right now because
No, we can have indoor. We can have indoor here in Ohio.
In Ohio,
Oh, you
yeah.
can have indoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, over here we only have the outdoor. And they're saying that this is going to be prolonged and it's going to go for till like September. And then what's going to happen when the winter comes? All of a sudden, these businesses are going to shut down again because you.
Well,
can't
let me-
have people.
I don't even think it's going to wait till the winter, dude. It's just getting so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at Texas; they have a 13-hour line just to get a test, and then it's 6, 7, 8 days out now to get results from a test. They're having to put people on lists. They're having to send people home. Go ahead, Jake.
Let me just say this. Working in the industry and being around it all the time, there is no way to protect the restaurant industry. It's impossible. We're touching all the dirty plates, all the dirty cups.
Right.
We're washing your hands as much as you can, but sometimes you're busy. Yeah.
Talking in the restaurants.
all the time. I mean, we're wearing the masks and everything, but they're not. What I'm saying is there's been 5 restaurants in Toledo to test positive for employees that have had to close down and shut down. And unfortunately, I'm saying there is no way around this. It's just going to keep going. The only way you're going to avoid it is to just cook at home, or you're going to come out to eat. And if you come out to eat, you got to accept the fact that you're rolling the dice, baby. That's what it is.
I know.
It's sad to say and like to look at it as like it's either you're going to get it or you're not, because that's the scary part about it. Because even if they do get a vaccine, and we just talked about this last Friday, I'm not ready to get that vaccine right away. I'm not going to be a guinea pig in the beginning because I don't know if it's going to work or not. There could be real bad side effects from getting a vaccine.
Gina,
this quick, at least.
Yeah, Gina, go ahead.
So the newest study that just came out, and this is a study that had to take a long time to do, was from Spain. And only 5% of the people diagnosed with COVID ended up with immunity after a few weeks. So you can get it back, and we will get it back, and it's literally never going to stop.
Well, and here's the thing: if you look at the 24-hour totals we have 300 million people countries. There's to fix this problem, and now we're screwed. And here's this part just disturbed me more than anything, and I've posted it like 4 times. There's a White House official that says that the White House is hoping that we're going to get numb to the thousands of deaths and just power through. That we're just going to accept that these deaths are happening, and we're just going to go on with life. And then they're hoping, their strategy is to ignore it and let it just play out. And that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable to me. Go ahead, Jake.
Well, that's exactly what we've been doing to Trump for 4 years. We've gotten numb to his everything he says, and we just let it go.
I know.
So why wouldn't that be the White House,
right? No, I know.
mentality?
I live my life in a state of just angry all the freaking time. Like to the point I have to stay off the interwebs.
And that's the thing too.
Gina.
That's the thing too is I know that no one here likes him, so I really do. We do try not to bash him, but even if you're a fan, it's time for a rest. Like we need there just has to be a change. There has to be a break. We can't go at this speed where there's this anger all the time. Everyone is in such a bad mood, and that was before COVID hit. That was before Black Lives Matter. That was before all of this, and it's just gotten that much worse. And it's out of control. It really is. We just need a change. Whether it's better, whether it's worse, we just need something different because what we're doing now is not working, period.
Have you guys leveled out in Ohio? Are you guys at like
No, we're back up again. I mean, our governor was doing a good job, but then he bowed to the pressure of, it's really the pressure of the people. People were tired of being cooped up. And he's like, all right, we'll go ahead.
Well, and they wouldn't fix the unemployment. It took them 3 months to get the unemployment. So people were freaking out because they couldn't pay their bills. And they had to pay their bills because no mortgages weren't frozen and car payments weren't frozen and rent wasn't frozen. So people were freaking out. And so, of course, they're demanding.
I was saying this from the beginning that the 2 things should have happened is people should have been paid to stay home and everything should have been put on pause. The whole world should have been put on pause until we figure this whole thing out. People wouldn't have been worried about going back. They wouldn't have been worried about.
Now you're talking like a socialist.
I know. But I mean, just during this, I'm not saying.
If that's what it takes to beat this, so be it.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 6-month period. We weren't talking about forever.
No,
right.
I mean, exactly. 6-month period. What has happened in Denmark and Sweden and Germany and the European Union, and they all sucked it up for 6 months. and now they're down 100 cases, 200 cases a day, and we're at 60,000. So we weren't talking forever.
But now it's going to be forever.
Right. Glick Electrical Services provides services to both commercial and residential clients, services ranging from installing simple light fixtures to installing generators in factories. They do it all to provide you service you deserve. Call today. New Power Property Services. They you clean and clean your house. They clean it. Just go get it cleaned, okay? Twice.
Get it cleaned.
I just get so bummed. Twice But Nice resale shop as well. One of our great sponsors. Go ahead.
New Power has all natural cleaning products too. If that's your bag,
Yes.
and you don't want people using a lot of chemicals, they have some really awesome products that I love the smell of.
No, I totally agree. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much from the Deal Monkey Studios. That is the show.
I got one last thing to say.
Go ahead. Final thoughts. Go ahead, Jake.
Please do.
This is my last show in my 30s.
Oh my
Happy birthday.
God.
When's your birthday?
On the show on Monday, I will be 40 years old. So let me say, everyone
You
that's
can be
listened to anything I've said in the last decade over a microphone, I thank you. I love you all. And it was a nice way to go out on a good show
I know.
as
it's
I
fun today.
enter my 5th decade of life. Jesus.
God.
Oh, birthday BJ, Sugar, Gina, get on it.
It's coming.
It's coming, and so is he.
Oh my God.
Jake Dickey, Tony D. Oh, by the way, Tony Show, Friday nights, 9 o'clock. Look up the Tony D Show, 2 hours.
You will enjoy. You will enjoy.
Of X-rated fun, or R-rated fun, NC-17 fun, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Buddy. Come on.